TV welcomes you to the Archard Talk with Olivier HAGENIMANA. Olivier HAGENIMANA is a second-year medical student at the University of Global Health Equity in Uganda, and he also likes writing besides the medical school life. How are you doing, Ms. Olivier?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm really grateful to that.
We are really glad to have you.
Thank you for having me.
That's great. So, one of your quotes said, "Hard work path by God's will is the rule of thumb to success." That's a nice one. So, what do you mean by the quote?
Well, so this quote is trying to depict a relationship between two things that need to happen for someone to realize any aspiration or any success they have to have in life. So first of all, for your dream or your success to be realized, it has to be planned, or it has to match with the plan of God. So of course you have to work hard, and if it complies with God's plan, then that guidance from God's plan will definitely reach you to the success you aspire to have. So I think that's basically what it means.
Wow, interesting. So, what inspired you to write the quote?
I would say that it's from my life experiences. Over the past years, I've been experiencing things on both sides of that quote. So sometimes I would try to lean on one side and get results that are not what I expected, and shift to the other side as well and don't get results that I expected. But when I try to kind of combine the two and do them at the same time, I really got what I expected, which I believe was also the plan of God as well. So that's what made me to think and write about that. Yeah.
So if I got you well, for you, success is achieving what God planned for you when you invested hard work.
Definitely.
So it is said that it is destiny, not hard work, which determines success. And also there is a very great quote by Shakespeare that said, some men are born great, some achieve greatness, while some have greatness thrust upon them. So from that view, what do you think about destiny, hard work, success?
Well, so in the first place, we really need to agree on something. If we all believe in the first place that God is our creator, God is the origin of everything, and every life of any human being is in the hands of the creator of God. So for any human beings, if we believe that we have destinies, these destinies will definitely be brought about by the very creator who made us. So if God is our creator, and if God is the one who designs those destinies we are talking about, then I remember that in Genesis, I think it's chapter 3, verse 19, where God was telling Adam that from the sweat of his brow is where he would get his daily bread until he returned back to the ground where he came from.
Splendid.
Well, I think there's another example from the Bible about Abraham. We all know about Abraham. He was called by God to move from his birthplace to somewhere he didn't know. So he had to believe that God has good plans for him. So in the very beginning, God really had planned that Abraham would be the father of the believers. But if, let's say, maybe he decided not to obey to what God told him and maybe do something else, he will definitely not be reached to that or to that plan of God. So this also shows us how even the choices we make really affects how we meet the plan or the destiny that God has set for us. So this really shows us that destiny is something which can really be impacted by what we do, the hard work we put in, the decisions we make, and yeah, I think it adds on something.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, I think for us to understand all of this, to make it clear, we really need to understand in the first place that God is our creator. And if we believe that God is our creator, then we have to accept that He's the one who designed that destiny that we're talking about in the first place. So I remember in Genesis chapter 3, verse 19, where God was telling Adam that from the sweat of his brow, it's where he'll be getting his daily bread until the day he returned back to the ground where he came from. So if the designer of our destiny said that to man, and I believe that is still applied even to this time, this shows us that you can't rely on that so-called destiny and go and sit down there and say, I have a destiny and I'm not going to do anything about it. This shows us that God really wants us to work hard, do whatever we have to do, as long as He will be by our side and His guidance will really take us through that whole path until we reach to the destiny that He set for us in the first place.
Splendid. So there is again another question. We now understand that we have to work hard and have destiny in front of our eyes. But how can a person know his or her or their destinies?
Well, that's a hard question, but I think the first thing that we need to know is that you cannot know your destiny by just sitting down there and waiting for it to come. I don't think you can know your destiny by doing that. But as I said earlier, like from the beginning, we really need to understand who is our creator, who designed that destiny we're talking about. So we say that it's God, right? Mm-hmm. So if you really need to understand or to know what God wants you to do or what is your destiny, you really need to consult the one who designed it in the first place. So I think the first thing is to believe that you can have like a connection with God, a communication with God, because it really exists. And you know that you can really connect or communicate with God. So from connecting with God, praying hard and asking Him what He wants you to do, you will know your destiny. But as I said, you cannot know this but by just going there and sitting down and praying the whole day and doing nothing, because of the Bible verse that we just talked in the beginning. So by working hard, doing whatever you have to do, and praying God for Him to guide you through maybe your process of knowing what is your destiny, you will eventually know your destiny if God has planned that you will know it eventually. Yeah.
Wow. Well said. Also, I'm learning a lot. So, do you live by this principle?
Well, definitely, yeah. But I mean, in this life, everything or every decision one makes, to achieve it 100%, sometimes it's difficult because we are in this world where the devil is attacking every decision we make toward the will of God. And I believe that the very important thing that you have to do to achieve anything in life is to do the first step. So the first step is to accept or understand what you're going to do in the first place. So if you first understand that for you to achieve to this success, you need God and you need to work hard. If you understand that, and try to apply that in your life. You will sometimes face setbacks, but as long as you understand that and you're working hard and you are praying God for Him to help you through, you will definitely do that. So that's what I'm doing.
Cool. That is that's fabulous. It's magical because a lot of us we maybe know how to live the things we even believe. So it is very good that now you live what you believe. It is something great. So is writing something you like and you can do as a career?
Well, for the moment, I view writing as something which, professional writing as something which is a bit far for me, but who knows what the future holds? Maybe in the future I'll be doing, yeah, exactly. I was going to say that. Mm-hmm. So I believe maybe in the future I'll be able to do that. So for the moment, I just write things from the reflections of what I'm going through maybe. But in the future, I really believe that I'll be able to do something in terms of maybe writing them and posting them to a platform where people can see them and maybe it can help someone. But I'm not sure if I'll plan to do it professionally, like really professionally, but as long as I do it and it helps someone, that would be it for me. Yeah.
It will help. So to wrap up, let's know a little bit more about yourself, maybe your role model, your fun fact, yeah, something like that.
Let's start from maybe my role model. Mm-hmm. It's really most of the time hard for me to say like who is my role model, but well, I think like sometimes you read a book. I don't know if it happened to you as well, mm-hmm. but sometimes when you read about someone or when you hear about someone, what they've been doing, you sometimes get inspired by what they've done. So I really got inspiration. I'm really inspired by Jesus from the Bible. I read about what he's done, but well, it's every Christian have to see Jesus as the inspiration of whatever they do, even though sometimes it's really it seems hard to achieve everything he has achieved in this very short time that he spent on earth, but having him as an inspiration is the starting point of whatever you want to achieve. But other than that, my inspiration of all time in terms of what I'm studying is Ben Carson. So yeah, I want to be a surgeon in the future. And about my fun facts, I can say about 2 fun facts. One fun fact is that I really enjoy working with my hands. So everything that involves working with my hands, playing musical instruments, and yeah, such things, I like them. And something else, which might sound a bit funny, is that I like thinking. I'm always thinking. So, not in the sense of overthinking.
Okay.
But yeah, in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that is great. I was actually going to. So do you overthink? But you already said that you're just thinking, and yeah, we've got to think before we act. That is something that I also learned. Yeah, and we're very glad to have you today. We hope that we be with you again like 5 years from now, or who knows, 1 year, with your milestones, your achievements, more to tell us about what God has been teaching you, showing you in life. Yeah, and we thank everyone for being with us. I am Benny Timba as well from T250 TV. We do well with
Olivier HAGENIMANA.